and work out and do something that gets your heart rate beating. Because it got to get you excited, no? Everything that you want, whether it's money or that new relationship or that house, that car, whatever, shouldn't it get you fired up? Shouldn't it get you feeling like that? I think it should. Because if it don't feel like that, if it don't feel good, then you shouldn't be chasing that. So you're waiting. You're waiting for something or someone to come from an external force to help you feel motivated or ready or to get started and one foot in front of the other. Stop waiting, because no one else has to contribute to your happiness. Let me tell you why. Welcome back, by the way. If you're not familiar with my channel, ears are the wishing wells of the universe. Throw a penny in it. When you speak to people, put the things out there that you want, but be strong enough not to let people talk you out of the wish that you're wishing for yourself, because what you apply your thoughts to will come to you. So focus, stay clear of the vampires. Now, let me help you start to change the meaning and the habits, the habitual thinking you have from the past. Because if you stay in the past way of thinking, and because it's a familiar way of thinking, it will predict, you can predict your own future with how you're thinking the same way you've been thinking in the past. So go grab a pencil or a pen and a notebook. You don't have a notebook? Go get the mail that just came this morning and flip it around and let's write on that shit. Because this is how we start to change the way we react and respond and the things we do, because we need to be a little bit more responsible for the things that we do. Habits. Let's not focus on goals. Although goals are great, which is kind of what I want you to write down. So give yourself some space. I hope you got a pencil. If you don't, you better have a very good imaginary whiteboard inside your mind. So first things first, write down things you want. Let's just start with 5, because if you do have a back of the mail, you know, you might not have a lot of space. So write down with a bullet point and a line underneath it what you want, whether it's lose 50 pounds, get a 6-pack, have a great relationship, be a better whatever, parent, sister, brother. Write those goals, and then underneath those goals, this is what's important. The steps that you put in front of the other. Although it's great to visualize and meditate, which is what I do every day, I sit down, I meditate, I focus on what I'm going to receive. I'm preparing myself for what I'm going to manifest, for what's coming my way is what I am preparing for. Whether it's removing certain things, changing certain habits, eating a certain way. Because if you don't, you're just gonna get the same outcome. Everything that you have done and experienced, energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla said that. Energy, frequency, and vibration is everything. The bird chirping far away, the sound of that water going down the gutter, the bird flying, the sound of the wind, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. And as it comes towards me, my outside brain, which is my physical body, not my inside brain, my outside brain, my skin, it's taking in information. It's kind of humid outside, the sun's about to go, like I'm taking all this information in and sending this to my internal brain, and then that becomes my reality. So when I visualize shit and I meditate, meditation is literally only just to quiet your mind and start to see what your future can be, so that way you can rewire the way you're thinking. And this is what I mean, right? So the whole point, I want you to write down your goals and then focus on the steps it takes, whether you gotta go follow somebody else who did it. And I don't mean follow it and be like, oh, well, that's going to be my outcome. Because the frequency, vibration, and energy that you put towards it, that's how real it becomes to you, and your outcome is going to be different than the same girl you're with. So if you and your friend are both like, we're going to lose this 50 pounds, and then one of you are losing more weight than the others because she believes in herself way more than you do. You keep telling yourself in the morning, this is a waste of time. This spinach drink tastes nasty. Why I got to eat this shit? I don't feel good. Like, and the other one's saying stuff like, I can't wait till I look good, or watch, I'm gonna lose way more than 50 pounds, or every little squat she did or he did, or every little step they took, they knew the progression, and then like in a week their minds start to change. Like, yo, I'm a beast. Like, I'm looking at my results, and they're different than what you've had in the past. Because like I said, what you've done, what you've experienced, everything that has happened to you until this point is where you are, how you are, and your reality is based on your personality. So when you change your personality and the steps you take to get to where you want to get to, and don't focus on the goal too much, like I said, is what you're doing every day. So if you have discipline and you do those things you do every day, and it becomes a ritual, almost like religious, that you wake up, you throw yourself on the floor, do a couple of push-ups. You go to the mirror, you tell yourself you look good, you're beautiful, boom, brush your teeth. And then you might go downstairs and just be, for the hell of it, you might go up the stairs one more time, come back down, just because you feel like it might help. Every step counts. And I'm talking about rewiring the let me get started. So let's get started on the health. Let's get started eating right. Let's get started feeding our mind. So write down what you want and then how you're going to get there. And it doesn't matter. Say you want to go to the gym and you're like, oh, this is where it gets good. This is where it gets good. Because some people be like, oh, for example, what am I gonna do when I get to the gym? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Who am I supposed to talk to? Or I feel uncomfortable. Or like when you pull up to the gym, you see everybody coming out with their gym bags and they look like they just came out the gym, but they're about to go get their workout in. And you're like, oh, well, that's just genetics. They were born like that. That's that self-talk rewiring I'm talking about. You keep saying, oh, well, you know, I'm not gonna look like that. Or you telling yourself what you want. You're telling yourself, you're throwing your own pennies into your own wishing well, and you're not getting what you want as the results. So, bro, if you don't feel comfortable in the gym, okay, drive up to the shit, park outside, and leave. At least you can say you went to the gym. Drive up the next day and leave. Drive up the next day and leave. And then, you know, one day you'll build up the courage to walk inside. You will build up the courage to walk inside the gym one day and get your set in. And a week from now, you won't just be pulling out front. You'll be actually working out. What's going on, man? So you would actually, oh, that's my boy just drove by in the truck. So anyways, you will be like, okay, like I feel like I work out now. I feel strong. I feel can't wait to get to the gym, get that gain, or get whatever. Like you start to see yourself different, even in the mirror. So don't look for the instant rewards either. You know when you eat a donut, you're like, sugar, that shit was banging. Like, cause you got that instant reward. It was so good, it tastes delicious. But how about the things that don't taste good, or the things that take long for you to actually acquire? It tastes for, damn, that spinach salad was banging with the little pistachio John and the good, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Because you're so used to sugar, salt, and all this stuff. I'm not just singling out sugar and salt. I'm trying to get you to look at every little habit that you have and be like, okay, well, yeah, why am I doing that specific thing my whole entire life? Because, you know, my dad said, or my sister, or someone said something to you once upon a time, and you stayed with that, with the meaning to that, and you think that that's who you are for the rest of your life. No. Rewire. Write down what you want, your goals, and then your habits are the most important thing. So you can sit there, you can visualize and meditate, which is what I do every day, but then I finish my meditation, I jump on a trampoline, or I do a couple of push-ups, or I do some burpees, or I do something to feel back into my physical body, because when I meditate, I be out of my mind, I be somewhere else. And then I have to come back after I live that dream in the future. I gotta come back to the present moment and actually, you know, get back physically into my body and work out and do something that gets your heart rate beating. Because it gotta get you excited, no? Everything that you want, whether it's money or that new relationship or that house, that car, whatever, shouldn't it get you fired up? Shouldn't it get you feeling like that? I think it should. Because if it don't feel like that, if it don't feel good, then you shouldn't be chasing that. You shouldn't be chasing it. If it's giving you a heart pound to feel like it's scary, or you might get caught, or you're not supposed to be there, then that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, everybody has intuition. Everybody has that voice inside, that true them, which is why you need to meditate and focus on who you really are, not everybody else adding to your identity and then that becoming your reality because of what personality what personality you picked up on the way to now. So wherever you're at right now, let's change that. Let's go ahead, write down some stuff that we want, write down the steps it's gonna take, and say, you know what, Edwin Talks is right. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna do 10 squats for no reason. The next day, I'm gonna do 10 squats because it was easy. The next day after that, I'm gonna do 15 because that shit was cake. Fourth day, I kinda feel it. I'm gonna sit down. No. Don't let your mind tell you what's best for you. You tell it what's best for you. You are the boss of that mind trying to talk you out of it because it's the program you've been telling yourself for years. You need to change it. So let's do that. So wake up in the morning, do those 10 squats. The next day, do those 10 squats or 5 push-ups, whatever the heck is, whatever's easiest for you. Because at least you went, you say you pulled up to the gym. At least you went, you pulled up to the gym. At least. That's what I mean. Do 5 push-ups. Do that. And then, you know, and motivational shit is bullshit too. Like, I'm not, like right now, I'm probably getting you fired up. I'm not trying to get you fired up so you could just turn this off and then go watch, you know, like I said, some reality show and waste your life. No. Motivational is not a real thing. You can't sit there and wait for something outside to make you feel good, something outside to make you be motivated, unless you're gonna put headphones on and do it while you're doing it at the same time, listening to it. But you gotta get to it. Wake up, do the little bit of 5 push-ups. You can never wait to be motivated and you don't motivate yourself. If you can't self-talk and motivate yourself, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have a long road ahead of you. You're putting roadblocks in front of roadblocks in front of roadblocks in front of you. Although roadblocks are fun to climb over, but you don't have to carry the mountain you're supposed to be climbing. Climb the fucking mountain. Sorry for my language. I get a little excited. Because health to me is important for the most part. I think everybody should have a balance and you know, get a little bit healthy. I'm not saying be bodybuilding, you know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever the case. No, I'm not telling you to do all that extra shit. Just you are important to your family. You don't want to just pass and die and then be like, damn, I didn't try my hardest. You know what I mean? Like, yo, let's get better. Mind, body, and spirituality is real, and frequency, vibration, and energy is all that there is. Love is a form of frequency, vibration. That's why when you ever walk in somebody's house and you feel so much love, it's because the energy's there. The frequency's always been set. It was set like a radio station. The radio station, the frequency is set on love, and that's why you feel it when you walk in there. Grandma's house feel good because every time you walk in there, she keep a certain energy. That's her energy. But you walk into somebody's house that's full of drama and you feel it when you first walk in. It's energy, frequency, vibration. It's there. It's a real thing. So focus on where you're directing your energy and your focus, and let's get focused. Wake up, eat that spinach salad, do 5 push-ups. You know, look at the things in the grocery store. Before you go food shopping, as soon as you walk into the grocery, don't bang a right. Go to the left. I don't know, wherever your fruits is at and your vegetables. Go look at what's good there. Don't buy too much because, you know, you buy the organic shit, it go to waste real quick. But you gotta try and do better for yourself, man. Don't wait till next Monday or New Year's. Why you gotta wait till New Year's resolution? Start right now. Take the steps, set those goals, and create the habits. Because although that donut might taste good right now, in 10 years it's not gonna be healthy for you. It's not gonna be good for you. Perfection, or not perfection, practice. Practice ain't is perfection. Perfection is not even a real thing. The only thing perfect is like everything how it is, the way it is, even if it's bad or good. But anyways, off subject. So, you know, you must give it a shot. You must give it a shot. It's yourself, it's your life. You know, wishing wells are the ears of the wishing wells. You know, the ears are the wishing wells to the universe. Throw pennies in it and visualize and meditate and focus. Try to hear yourself. You have your own answers in your mind. Don't listen to other people's answers. Let's eat better. Let's get to better health. Put one foot in front of the other. Start with squats. Start with pulling up to the front of the gym. Just start. Do something. Do something. Stop. Please stop watching the stuff you're watching. You're consuming too much entertainment. Although it's entertaining and it's making you forget about your life for a little while, you're going to come back to that bull crap because it's still there. Get out of the thinking of the past because it's familiar and get to the uncomfortable feel. Get to the places where are uncomfortable so you can stop thinking, because if you do the things you have done before, it triggers the same thoughts you've always had. Do things that are new to trigger brand new thoughts, to give birth to new thoughts. That way your future could be unpredictable. You don't want to predict your future based on your past. That's not a real thing. It's what you're doing right now that's going to enter into the next minute. What I just said right now, right there, that was in our past. So let's focus on the future and make one more step toward that. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it. I got to get going. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. I'm tired of seeing people, you know, talking about how they want to get healthy and better health, and we need to do this for real. Stop wasting time. You don't gotta wait till next resolution or next week on Monday. I'm gonna start fresh, start right now. What are you about to eat right now? What's on your plate? What you cooking in the kitchen? What's in the oven right now? I'm not saying you gotta deprive yourself of those sweet things, because once you get to where you want to get to, once in a while it's good to treat yourself. But I'm not talking about going crazy. You know, you go to a restaurant with on a date. Yo, like, share the appetizer, share the main entree, and share the dessert. You don't get your own appetizers, get your own entrees, and get your own desserts, and then take a box to go. Like, come on, that's insane, bro. Like, eat portions and make sure that you're not going to, like, tell yourself, I am not going to die if I eat less. If I skip breakfast, I'm not gonna die. Let me fast for 16 hours every day. I'm not gonna die. Let me not put sugar in my coffee. It tastes like shit, but I'm not gonna die. I can still survive. Your ancestors went for days and days hunting without eating. So you could do it too. It's just we're so used to the convenience of pulling up somewhere and eating something when we could just actually go to the store, cook, and the preparation and the love you put into it is self-love. When you cook something yourself, that's self-love. When you're eating some shit that you just bought in the drive-thru, that you're eating bad energy. So that's why when you're done eating, you feel like this. Oh, God, I don't feel good. Sleep, want to lay down. Why? Because the people who cooked it, this just came to me. The people who cooked it are at work flipping burgers that they don't even want to be flipping. They got bad energy. They just want to be home laying down sleeping and being bums. They're out there working and getting it, but at the same time, the energy that goes into the food is what you're going to put into yourself when you go and you eat it, and you're going to feel tired, you want to go to sleep, same shit, you want to be a bum. So put a little love into your cooking and take the time out to cook and put love in your own self and life. I told you before, you eat life, you become life. God is in the food. You eat it, you become it. You become like self-aware of everything. I'm telling you, it's real stuff. This is gems, bro. I'm throwing pennies in your ears right now for yourself, not even for me. You know, so let's do this. Let's eat better. You know, let's go walk a mile. You know, let's walk around the block. Start about. Matter of fact, don't even walk around the block. You don't want to go to the gym because you're embarrassed. Whatever you don't feel confident in yourself, which you should. Everybody should feel confident in no matter what they look like. Start right now. You want to watch that show? Go ahead, watch it. But if you got a treadmill, go on a treadmill. If you have some steps, go walk up and down the steps and put headphones on and watch your show on your TV, Netflix, Hulu, whatever you got on your phone. If it's that important, then do it. But go up and down those steps like 5 or 6 times or 10 times. You know what I mean? It's the little steps we take that will make us that will let us get up there. Most of us been sitting on the bottom of the steps our whole life, talking about one day we gonna make it up to the top step. But if you don't move and take one step every day, or a half a step, or even look up the goddamn direction you want to get it, then you're never gonna get there. And that's it. You're gonna let everybody else continue to move past and get better and all that, and you're not going to do that because you're too focused on the same way of thinking. Let go of whoever did something to you. And that's another thing. Let's get on the real shit right here. For real. If anybody has ever felt or been through something, you know, not tragic, something emotionally like disturbing or something. Let's say your stepfather or your father or your mom or stepmother or uncle or aunt violated you in a specific way. I don't really gotta get into details. I think personally that can mess a human up, and then it'll ruin your self-confidence to the point that you feel like you can't even, no matter what step you take, you feel like you're kind of taking 10 steps back. But you know what? Change the meaning onto whatever happened to you and tell yourself, whatever had happened to me then, I'm gonna turn that into fire, and I'm gonna get out of this feeling of this loop that I feel like I can't get out of. And I'm gonna help people who have been through the same thing, if not, you know, spread the message or maybe talk to someone. But you have to change the meaning of what happened to you, because you might think the meaning is victimizing in this. Yeah, you were a victim of something, but don't let yourself be the victim. Change make it feel like you know, become a beast. Become a beast. Become a beast at what happened, because that's the only way you could progress. Is like looking at the situation, giving it a meaning. Well, you know what? Maybe that person was lost. Maybe that person this and that and the third. And then just leave it at that, and then focus on yourself and what can you do for yourself, and create habits to then eventually help someone in that situation, or you know, maybe that'll be a profession, depending on what we're talking about here. But don't let the thing that people did to you in the past become the meaning of your reality now. Change your personality now so you can change your reality. And that's the real thing. So I hope I touched on a few of the things that I wanted to touch on. You know, like changing your software. I didn't say that. Changing the software is the same thing as changing the meaning. My bad. I ate some salad with like vinegar and all that stuff. So yeah, you know, we have to change the meaning on everything. Time to lower my frequency, put some music on, listen to something nice. I don't know what I'm gonna listen to, but I gotta raise my vibration in a different way and tune my frequency and all of that to feel good, and do my affirmations, you know, and tell myself it's self-love. But in the meantime, if you're not, like I said, if you're not familiar with this channel, subscribe, like, you know, matter of fact, go down below if you want, man. Write a comment down if, you know, if there's a specific thing you want in the future, put it down right now. If you want it to come true, right, I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds, I'm gonna be, you know, whatever it is you wanna be, yo, write that wish down there. Make a wish. I'll be your wishing well. Tell me what it is you want for yourself and let that come true. Write those habits down, make the habits, change those habits, the routine, you know, rewire the way you think, and that way you can respond and react differently to how you do already. So I'm gonna let that be that. Peace. Throw a penny in it.